Yes.
I mean, look, I'm gonna just say, well, I think it goes within the intent how you intentionally raise your child. Because I mean,
Mm,
making sure that they have common sense. I mean, that goes without saying. Parenting. That's like make sure your kids get their hair cut. Make sure their kids they step outside before not looking crazy outside or not looking any old kind of way. I think that goes without saying. But I'm just saying like that's intentional raising. How you want to raise your
mm,
kids to you got some
mm-hmm.
kids that want to intentionally be raised, or the parents, I'm sorry, raising their kids in the church. Okay, well, I intentionally want you to be raised there. You got some, I want you to be intentionally raised academically or however. But I think that goes
Mm-hmm.
without
Mm-hmm.
saying. However, I think it goes into the whether the lifestyle or the environment that you live in is how the child, you intentionally want that child to be raised. Unless you just doing a free for all and just saying, hey, the hell with it, I'm gonna just raise you and just wing it. I mean, you got some of those too. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hopefully you're thinking a little bit about that wing too.
you know what?
We gonna close this show. It was a great conversation. I really did that. What's the name of your book? You never gave the name of your book. At least I don't recall.
Yeah, it's called neuros. Well, no, I did. It's called Neuroscience: The Ecosystem of Domestic Violence. It's on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. The online, it's not in the store yet.
Okay, okay. So you heard that the ecosystem of domestic violence.
Yeah,
You got that?
neuroscience.
Oh,
Neuroscience.
shoot.
You're all right. It's all right. Neuroscience: The Ecosystem of Domestic Violence.
Neuroscience, the ecosystem of domestic violence.
Yes.
Stop beating on each other, people. Stop beating on each other. You can have a freaking conversation without somebody bleeding. Just stop it. Just stop letting your anger lead to physical. It's all right. You live. You live to argue another day.
No, just go get some help. No, just go get some help. Find out what's
That
wrong
too.
with you. Go
That
get you some
too.
help and find out what's wrong with you.
You said it's not really telltale, but when you did go through the or in the process of writing the book, did you learn some new things or just learn things about yourself as
Absolutely.
well?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I did the when I talked about some of my stories, it was to like pretty much coincide with some of the things that was in the book. Like or in the story. Cause like it was crazy to me. And I'm gonna just say this, I'm gonna leave it after that. Like, you hear the buzzword all the time. Everybody talk about narcissists. Oh, you're a narcissist, Everybody wants to
Mm-hmm.
use that buzzword or psychopathy or Machiavellism. And the thing is that with it's something called the dark triad. And someone that may have those type of traits or those, qualities, whatever one have, those tendencies, they're more aligned with one night stands and friends with benefits. You also have some that they don't last long in long-term relationships, but they're here for a good time, not a long time. So my thing
Mm-hmm.
is I think it was a lot of revelations in this book that I learned. And it was just like that's what made me want to go like much more in depth with it with the book, because it was like, dang, on every level there was something going on, and there was always some sort of like case study. There was always some I don't even say some experiment, or there was some research that was out there that, and I mean this research was going back almost 40 years of information I found that's not even
Mm-hmm.
out there mainstream or even talked about as much. So I learned a lot from this research, and from the people that also participated in the research. I mean, in the interviews for allowing me to write this. Learning different things. So I think this book just everything taught me a lot and helped me to get to this point where I'm at today.
Awesome. Cool. Cool. So you good now. You good.
I'm good right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like at the end of the day, look, let me tell you. At the end of that, it's not no. There's a fairy tale, and then like there's a restraining order, and this everything is everything. Like no, like this is like healing is a marathon. It is no sprint. So I'm still there, making sure I'm good every day. So yeah, I'm good today. Let's see if I'm good tomorrow.
I like it. So you good now then. You good
Good right
now.
now.
As of right now, you good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool. Do you have a restraining order?
Yeah, I got a final restraining order.
All right, cool. Cause something about those, then we go head out. Something about those, it's kind of like, do those actually protect you?
That's a really good question. Okay. And I'm gonna say it like this. No, I'm gonna say it like this because this is exactly I'm gonna say it will one for depending on the state. Because like my state, New Jersey, has one of the strongest restraining orders that paper can get because it's like it goes through a temporary and then it goes through final restraining orders. And once you get final, like it's forever. You take it off. There, unless you take it off, it's on there. And what that means is like if they violate it more than once, like they taking your DNA, you get in jail time for like a certain amount of times and whatnot. But certain states they'll do maybe a year or two depending on how long. But it depends on the state. But I will say, it's helpful to an extent, and I have to be realistic about it. It's reactionary. Something has to happen for one, for the police to even recognize that there's something happening. Two, for the judge to approve that to get this restraining order. It's not like you go into a 7-Eleven and say, hey, I'm going to get me a hot dog and a restraining order. You know what I mean? Something has to happen for you to get a restraining order. But it's reactionary because, again, if somebody wants to really hurt you, I mean, they're going to hurt you. This
Exactly.
paper is not going to stop you and say, look, I got this paper. You got to stop right now because I got this training. Somebody want to hurt you, they're going to hurt you. So
Exactly.
but the thing is, so that's the one that it's great. It has some weight to it for the reactionary to call the cops. If you have a phone, if they didn't take your phone during the incident. I've had situations where my ex would take my phone. So I couldn't call no daggone police if I wanted to. But, it's the fact that one, can you get to the police? And two, can you get to the courts to report the situation? And then do you have the evidence? Because sometimes they're going to want evidence, and so that you got to have all of your ducks in a row. So is it helpful? It's not too, it's 50, for me, it's 50-50 because I'm like, yeah, can it help? Yeah, because at least it's something in place, but can it really protect you in real time? To me, no, not in real time. Because it still takes the cops 5 to 10 minutes to get there. So then I gotta
5 to 10 minutes. They know you black.
Yeah, they know I'm black. You know what I mean? But it
gonna put like
depends.
another 10 or 15 minutes on that 5.
But I'm saying, it's still like, so it's like you still gotta hold that person off, even while you still in that situation. So I think that's where the realism comes into play, where it's like, one, it depends on the state. It depends on your state and see what the actual guidelines and what the rules are there. But it also depends on how if the police won't get there in time, if the courts are going to be able to accept that there's something need for a restraining and that you need to be further protected. But that's why I have these books. It's like maybe y'all can further protect and do more than what you're doing now. So
You
yeah.
taking any self-defense? Does that help?
I'm good. Let me just say that I'm good. You ain't even got to worry about it. We ain't even got to go no further. I'm good. I'm good.
Look, watch a whole bunch of Bruce Lee movies. The real Bruce Lee, not the ones who imitate. I'm telling you.
But they do have like women's self-defense. They do have those kind of, I think, what is it, Krav Maga now that they're doing?
All right, this long you're not out here doing these freaking moves where it only happens if they're coronated. Like you is not going to survive a lot of these moves that he's showing you unless the other person know the routine as well. Unless the abuser know the routine of this, it ain't
And
gonna
you
work.
never know. Some of them may do it. You know what? Some of them may know it too. Like for real. Like you because some may know it. But I mean, that's why I said like
I
for real.
watch self-destruct videos too. I wear self-defense videos too. I know how
For
to
real.
defend it.
For real. That's why that's why I'm like I got all this. I put all this information out there because it's like, look, y'all got to do a hell of a better job of really understanding this and really like putting more real effort into this. Because I mean, like I've talked to older generations, or like they're still like in, I'll say powers, authoritative positions, and they're content. Like, yeah, we did a lot, because back then they didn't have it. Well, today you need more protections because you got more craziness out here.
Exactly. These people are be getting rights now. Like they getting their own rights just for them. So yeah, you need to do a whole lot more than that. You got freaking rapists with rights now. You get
Yeah,
I'm
parental
like this
rights.
is
Yep.
yes. This was a great conversation. I enjoyed it. I didn't interrogate you too much, did I?
Nah, you did good. You did good.
All right. Cool. Like, shoot, man, I wasn't supposed to be asking her questions and all this stuff.
Nah, dude. I knew what I was getting into when I heard you. But I felt like even it doesn't matter the audience. I feel like the message still stands. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
and I feel like also that there's people that would probably shun this type of, audience. And it's like at the end of the day, everybody goes through that, no matter what type of background you're in. And it's important for me, no matter what, to talk to every or any background to let you know, like, hey, look, I made joke and kiki with you, but my message is still clear at the end of the day. I still
Exactly.
do fight for victims and victim defense. And I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. And I'm going to be fighting this tooth and nail so that people understand what the dangers of it. So, and your audience comes from all backgrounds and they still need to be heard as well. So I'm here for y'all.
Exactly. Exactly. Hey, all of us get beat on sometimes.
You know what? I ain't fooling with you. I ain't,
But
hey, but for real, that's true.
it be for fun. It be for fun. Sometimes we wrestling. If you wrestling, you ain't getting beat on. Cause that's play. No.
I am not fooling with you.
Okay. That was the last one. That was the last
Uh-huh.
one. But yes, it was a great conversation. It was some great intel. I like the mentality portion of it because again, a lot of people just think it's just physical. It's a whole lot more than just physical. I think the physical is like the side effect to the mental, kind of.
Nah,
It's kind of like,
it's more. Nah, it's more of it's more like a dominance. It's more dominance, trying to assert their dominance and their power. That's what it
um,
boils down to.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. So awesome. Thank you, Danielle, for
You welcome.
putting up with my shenanigans. I do play too much.
You a damn mess, a damn mess. But I appreciate you having me on though.
Yep, and hey, if you would like, come on to the all women episode. You are welcome.
I appreciate that.
I guarantee you, it won't be nothing about beatings on there. Nothing. So we gonna be good. We gonna be good.
You better be
No,
good.
no triggers. No triggers on anything. I'll give you this. I give you one. My bad. I give you a rarity if you would like to come on the show. One of the things that I do want to talk about. And if anybody is listening to this right now, you'll get this question ahead of time or this topic ahead of time. Who has it worse, women or black people? Something to ponder on. You're welcome to join the episode February 23rd, 8 o'clock, I believe. I gotta look at my
Okay.
schedule again, but February 23rd, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
It's a Friday, I think.
I'm gonna look at my schedule and I'm gonna let you know.
All right. And give your shout outs or say whatever you want to say before we officially close.
I guess my shout out is, shout out to people who support me, and just let everybody know that look for the victims and victim offenders. I'm here for y'all. I'm fighting for you. Like I said, don't get it twisted when it comes to me. Like I may joke and kiki and all that, but for real, I've been there. I know what it's like, and that's why I'm out here fighting for y'all, fighting for us. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. And I want to say thank you to the listeners as well. You guys are just as awesome as the whatever crew, or else you'll just be the mother niggas who be listening. But I also want to say shout out to you, Danielle. Thank you again for being a guest on whatever talk. You are welcome at any given time you want to talk about something or any scheduled show, all that. Anything you want to talk
Thank
about.
you. Thank you.
Awesome. And to my family, my wife and kids, we love y'all a whole bunch of times. Until the next episode of Whatever Talk, whatever.
If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, you can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening. Whatever talk.